Hey everyone, it's Vosk of the VoskCoin YouTube channel, and today I'm here to tell you why riserless mining rigs might be the way of the future. So let's talk riserless motherboards. I actually already shot the intro part of this video, but I didn't really like how it turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it again so you can already see the guts of what I'm about to talk about. So let's backtrack. If you saw my 8X GPU riserless build last month, that was a pretty crappy day, but a pretty cool build. That was the day we found out about all of Taylor's health issues, and she's been doing better, but we started a new medication and it set us back a little bit. So I don't want to go on and on, but just looking for a brighter future there. The actual build performed very well, all things considered. The 8X 1070 Ti is again the video. Check it out if you're interested in that. It was the Onda B250 BTC board is what we were able to source. We got a second hand. It was pretty cool, honestly. The board has 8 GPU or 8 full PCIe slots and has 4 riser slots where you can basically run 12 GPUs off that board. However, based on that actual card choice, it was kind of hot. Those middle cards are getting semi-baked. Granted, it never had one single issue. Never one single issue. But if I was running it in my personal setup, in my mining shed, when it came summertime and it gets pretty freaking hot in there, they wouldn't survive. I would need a setup like this, which is why this is so cool to see a big reputable company such as Mining Cave, this is their box, bring this to market. And in full disclosure, they did send me this for free. This is for review purposes and all that other BS disclaimer stuff. But don't think that's ever going to change my opinion. I keep it real here at VoskCoin, and I will always do that. That's the foundation that this channel is built on, that I'm built on. And the day I sell out is the day I quit. So if this setup sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. If this is like a Panda miner, I'm going to tell you it's like a Panda miner, because it kind of looks like a Panda miner with the actual top on. There goes the motherboard. So this is what it looks like. And obviously Panda miner were the first ones to bring this wide scale to market. If you ever saw my Panda miner video, you can check it out right there. And kind of get PTSD thinking about that. Panda miner almost ruined my early crypto dreams. If you've never heard the sound of a wild panda, let me be the one to bless you with that.
This thing sounds like a damn airplane. It's loud. That's why it's out here in the garage.
Yeah. Panda miner. And it was in my garage and I was just still a total noob stick. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. Buy a miner from China on their English website and they send me freaking Chinese Windows. But don't even get me started about the Panda miner. Other than the fact it's a freaking fire hazard. Again, stop, I'm done. No more Panda miner talk. So let's get back to this. So other than the Panda miner and the BTC Onda, there's colorful boards that do this as well. And I'm not totally sure the manufacturer on this. It says a P&Q. I'm not familiar with that off the top of my head, but I have seen this board design. I'm not sure if that's what it's called or relabeled, but I'm absolutely familiar with this board design because it's got a ton of PCIe slots on it, which is pretty cool, which brings me to my next point of that this is powered entirely by a server PSU. Mining Cave is shipping these with the Bitmain power supply. This is the APW3++, which I have a review on, which basically I said, it's a good PSU, it's nice, but I don't like supporting Bitmain. That's still true to this day, but if they're going to be the only ones out here pumping out server power supplies, I don't understand why more people aren't in the game. There's so many big tech companies, and I feel like we had a wild year last year with so much money going into crypto, and yet Nvidia came out last week and was like, yeah, we don't want to sell our cards to miners. They're just giving us a ton of business, and we don't want the business. I don't get it, dude. Like, can one of you guys open up a freaking crypto hardware company? Because I'd love to see it. I'd support you. Another note, Octominer contacted me. This is what their board looks like. I'm not saying to go buy from them. I've never bought from them, but they say they're going to send me a board to review, so I'll have that review, if they ever send me that board. I'm not saying they're a scam, not saying they're a scam. I don't like to endorse products until I know they're the real deal. I've ordered from, Mining Cave. I actually bought my first rig from Mining Cave. You go way back to the beginning of my channel. Again, total noob stick, wow. Not that I'm some pro now, but I'm way better than I was then. But that's what the video looks like, and I was just trying to get in the game, and it seemed like a good option. Let's get to this actual setup. I'm not big enough to actually get the mining rig with the cards. Maybe next time, probably not. That'd be cool, especially in this shortage. On the topic of cards, I have 3 options to use, and if you're wondering how I get my cards, I don't get them for free. I don't have some super cool hookup, but if you are watching this video and you'd like to become my super cool hookup and also translate that to our crypto community and our Facebook group and the Discord, please contact us because we'd love that kind of hookup. But just like you and everyone else, I go on Amazon, I hunt for cards, a new egg, whatever. So yeah, that's how I get my cards. And on that note, I have 1060, 3 gigabytes I could use, RX 570, 8 gigabytes I could use, or they may have seen my RX 560 benchmark video. I still haven't thrown those into a rig yet. This month's been absolutely insane. Everyone who watches the channel, I'm basically a 1.5 person operation with the coolest doge in the world. That would be Tails, of course. And yeah, I mean, I do this stuff day and night. I hardly sleep. Crypto Chick, she helps me. She's here half the time, and she helps. She's super helpful. Awesome. But at the end of the day, I'm just one dude, and I'm trying to keep up with everything. The channel's growing like crazy, which is so cool. But I've gotten a couple nasty messages saying I don't reply and stuff. I reply as much as I can, but I don't want to sit in the Facebook group all day when I need to be in here working on the rigs, making a video, working on the farm. So I seriously, truly appreciate all you guys who stick with me and understand that. And if you don't, please just think about that and just give it a second thought and understand I'm trying to do everything I can for you and the community and everything else. So real quick, actually, before I dive into this, because I've talked so much about the Riserless boards that basically are available right now. These are a very cool setup. A lot of people hate risers. A lot of issues with mining rigs are the risers. A PCIe riser, I've got to have a riser around here. I'm sure you're familiar with what a PCIe riser is, but if you're not, that's what it is, and it's rising your PCIe slot off the board basically, and this is what allows you to get so many cards to one motherboard, create density and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, there is just such poor quality control with very many risers that the most common problem with a mining rig is a bad PCIe riser. That is the first place to start with troubleshooting that, or just something's not plugged in all the way. So while risers are great, a lot of people are looking to move away from risers for stability and simplicity. I'm going to tell you that today I'm not building this rig, but one of my next videos I'm going to build this rig, and it's going to be quick because, well, for example, in this, the rig's already assembled. I'm just going to have to plug these cards in and go. Stuff like this is a big deal for farm, wide-scale operations, or someone who just wants something simple. If I want to build my first mining rig and I want to keep it simple, Mining Cave currently doesn't offer this as a rig kit, which would basically be everything except for the cards like I got. I'll drop their email. I'm blanking on what it is, but they're pretty receptive. And if you see in some of my videos, I've used their frames for builds, and a lot of people wanted their frames and they didn't have any in stock, so they opened up their email to take pre-orders. And not like BS pre-orders like way out. It's like, hey, you want one, be X weeks and we'll make it happen. That's cool. That's a cool company. These kind of companies are what we need to support in the cryptocurrency sphere. How many are like this? How many companies out there are freaking scams? But again, I'm ranting again. Sorry. Let's get to this. All right, so now we're going to go back in time where I just broke this down. You would expect to see a motherboard like this inside of here. What matters is the quality components of the actual box here, because with enough airflow on both sides, you can really make essentially anything happen. They've already installed the the CPU, and that is a G4400. They send you a bag with all these little components in there. It's got Kingston RAM, as well as a USB that is preloaded with SMOS. They even input your email, which it's pretty cool, and it's cool that they've moved to SMOS. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big fan of SMOS. You can check out my video on setting up SMOS here, and I will make an updated video on SMOS with RX rigs and really a little bit of a deeper breakdown into the SMOS platform upcoming soon on Boss One YouTube channel. These PCIe cables right here are what's going to supply additional power to the cards. They zip tie them, I guess, just to keep everything safe in transit. So I'm going to need to cut these zip ties right here to, get them to the cards. And they also have a little bag that's taped on the side that's going to have your hardware right here, which is, just going to be 8 screws to tape in right here. The fans, I'm not familiar with these fans off the top of my head, but it's nice they have grills, a little safety feature there. And it says 2 ball bearings, so we can hope and assume it's high quality. Other than that, we've got this super long CPU cable wrapping all the way over here. And one thing I would advise is just to always double check every connection. Doesn't matter who made it, where it came from, whatever. You'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't double check every connection like that. So this is a pretty cool setup. There's an M2 slot in here, so if you wanted to, say grab an M2 hard drive, you could load Windows on there, throw it in here. You could run Windows on this rig too, which is cool. I went ahead and brought you in closer. I'm going to show you what a full-size RX 580 looks like inserted into this setup. So you're probably wondering, what about the space in between the next card? I can show you that. So I went ahead and I grabbed another RX 580. So let's see just how tight this is going to get. Obviously that's pretty tight. But if we're moving sufficient air through this case, it's going to be just fine. And really, blower cards are not going to be ideal for a setup like this. It would be a better setup for a card such as this with dual fans. Alright everyone, so that's my take on how basically riserless rig setups could be the theme this year. I tried to call that in my last video, and with products like this coming to market, that could really make that kind of stuff a reality. This is a very nice, easy, simple, transportable, easy building rig. That's nice to see, especially we want to talk about wide scale adoption. You want to get someone into mining. Let's make it a little bit easier to get into mining. There's two sides of that argument. Drop your comment on that below, and make sure to drop your comment below on whether I should be using the 1063 gigabytes, the RX 560s, or the RX 570s. So let me know what you're thinking there. Make sure to subscribe to the Vosco YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're going for 100K, which is just insane. You guys are just awesome. So with all that said, I'll see you next time.